Okay, this one, here's the way I would do it. I would do this one first. So, negative 2 times what is 4? And the answer is negative 2. Negative y times what is 4? And the answer is negative 4. So we end up getting this. Let's pick a test point, 0, 0. If it's true, we're going to end up shading here. If it's false, we're going to end up shading here. So let's see which one it is. So we substitute 0, 0. Is this true or is this false? Obviously it's false, so it gets shaded here. And x is less than 2 is simply this line. Okay, so it's simply that line. That's simply D. Here what I would do is divide, I get 4 root x equals 36. Divide both sides by 4, I get this. Square both sides, I get 81. Here, you just recognize that it has to be two solutions, 5 or negative 5. Don't forget that part. This one, once you get everything to one side, it just turns into this. You know, and like I said, quadratics, there's going to be a lot of these. So you get this. Don't forget to take the opposite. So it's negative 3. It can't be A because this is X, this is Y. If it were this, that would be correct, by the way. Okay? So you know. 35. Add 6 to both sides. So you get root X equals, so I'm basically doing this. I actually am doing that. And then you get 3. Square both sides. You get 9. Okay. Again, get everything to one side. So you're going to get 2x squared minus 4x minus 30 equals 0. Whenever something switches sides, it changes sign. So the 4x becomes negative 4x. The 30 becomes negative 30. And then don't forget that if you have, 5 equals 2 plus 3, same thing as 2 plus 3 is 5. You can always use the reflexive property. Right? Now, you could use the quadratic formula, but the easiest way to do this is divide everything by 2. So you get x squared minus 2x. And you could factor this, you can factor this. So I'll leave it here and let you, don't forget to take the opposites and don't get mixed up. 37, square both sides. So you get x plus 2 equals x squared. When this is going to change sides and switch signs, change sides, switch signs. So now we got it down to that. So let's take the opposite, so we get 2 and negative 1. So it has to be that. $38 is, so first of all, it has to be a dashed line, so it can't be that or that. And then the y-intercept is clearly negative 1, so it just has to be that. I mean, that's clearly using the multiple choice to your advantage, but it makes sense. I mean, that should not be a hard problem. So here's the way I would do this one. I mean, first of all, you just have to know that y equals x is this, so it's that line. And y equals negative x is just that line. Like a perfect diagonal, you can think of it as, Okay, so you should just know that. That's going to help you out on these tests. So look at number 1. It's saying, so x times what equals 2? And the answer is 2. 3y times what equals 2? So I get 2/3. So this is 2/3. Now let's pick a test point. Is 0 less than or equal to 2? And the answer is true, so I'm going to shade this direction. Now this line right here is, I'm going to add x to both sides and get this. So this line is this. And the question is, where do I shade? Where do I shade? Right, and it's kind of tricky because we can't pick 0, 0 as a test point. I'm going to pick right here. So that's 0, 5. So let's see if it's true or if it's false. So 5, is this true or is this false? Is 5 less than 0? It's false, so I have to shade this side. So it's going to be this region right here. Okay, it's going to be that region right there, and I think that's A. Yeah, it should be A. So it's all, I mean, guys, it's not an easy problem. You have to think about these, take it slowly. You know, think about what artifices can you use, that means tricks. What tricks can you use, things like that. Okay, 40. Multiply both sides by 2. So you're going to get this. Then you're going to square both sides. And I'm going to get this. So 2 times 2 is 4. So I get 4 times 2 is 8. Right? Subtract 8 from both sides, I get 4x squared plus 4x minus 8 is 0. Quadratic formula, or, I mean, once it's at this level, you guys should be able to do it no problem, but the easier, you always want to make life easier, right? So divide by 4. So we get x squared plus 1x minus 2 is 0. Right? So we got it down to this level, and you can go ahead and complete it. But, I mean, my whole point is, you know, many of you probably looked at this and said, what the heck is this? We never did this. But we sure as heck did this, didn't we? So you just have to keep trying stuff, keep manipulating until you get it to something that you recognize, you know. That's really what math is all about.